My relationship with clutter has always been complicated. You know when you spend hours tidying up the house, only to have everything out of place again in just a few minutes? That was my life for years. I would clean and organize, and it felt like the objects had a mind of their own. They would scatter to every corner again. It was an endless cycle that left me frustrated and drained. The turning point came when I wasted nearly an hour searching for the car keys while my daughter waited to be taken to school. Running late, stressed, and with the house in complete disarray, I promised myself, this has to change. I took to studying organization methods and fell in love with the Japanese approach, not because it was exotic or different, but because it was simple and effective. I realized we don't need expensive products or complex systems. The secret lies in small daily actions and, most importantly, a change in mindset. Today, I'm going to share the 5-minute ritual that revolutionized my home and, more importantly, my relationship with spaces and objects. It's something so simple that you'll wonder why you didn't start before. But first, I need to tell you about the transformation of my bathroom, a space that was once a chaotic pile of products and is now an oasis of tranquility. I always thought I needed all those creams, shampoos, and makeup. Every sale was a new opportunity to accumulate more. The result? A countertop with no free space, cluttered drawers, and expired products hidden in the corners. So until the day a bottle fell, broke, and cut my foot. The physical pain was momentary, but the awakening was permanent. While emptying the cabinet, I found 7 different body lotions, all halfway used. 3 shampoos for the same hair type. Makeup I hadn't used in years. That's when I realized this excess wasn't serving me. It was controlling me. The 5-minute ritual begins just like this, with an honest look at what we really need. In the bathroom, I reduced everything to the essentials. A good shampoo, a conditioner, a soap, a moisturizer. Mornings became simpler, showers more relaxing, and cleaning easier. I applied the same method in the kitchen. The cabinets had glasses and plates that we rarely used, utensils we bought thinking we would make elaborate recipes every day, forgotten food at the back of the shelves. Once again, the 5-minute ritual showed its power. Every day I dedicate this time to a small space. I open a drawer, carefully look at each item, and ask the most important question. Does this really enrich my daily life? If the answer is no, the item goes away. If it's yes, I find the perfect place for it. A place where it's easy to grab and easy to put away. That's the secret. Create systems so simple that it becomes second nature to maintain them. In the bedroom, the ritual completely changed the energy of the space. I started with the closet, reducing the clothes by half. I discovered that I wore the same pieces repeatedly, while others hung with tags for years. The bed, which used to be covered in clothes that were neither dirty nor clean, now has only the essentials: comfortable sheets, a blanket suitable for the season, and pillows that truly support my neck. The result is deeper sleep and a calmer mind. In the living room, the 5-minute ritual revealed how much mental space objects occupy. Every decorative item, every cushion, every book on the shelf demands a bit of our attention. When we consciously reduce, we create not just physical space, but mental space as well. Our desks often reflect our minds. Mine was always covered with papers, dried-out pens, sticky notes, and random items. By applying the ritual, I created a simple system. If it's not useful or truly special, it doesn't deserve a place on my desk. Important papers have a folder. Bills have a specific spot. The pens are kept in one pencil holder. Most importantly, at the end of each day, I dedicate 5 minutes to return everything to its place. Now, when I sit down to work or study, my mind starts off clearer. The 5-minute ritual is not just about organizing objects. It's about creating intention in the spaces. For instance, at the entrance of the house, we've created a small area for keys, wallets, and items we always take with us when we leave. I haven't lost my keys ever since. In the cabinets, the ritual brought a drastic change. Before, opening any door was a gamble. You never knew what might fall out. Now each shelf has a clear purpose. Frequently used items are within reach, and heavier items are stored below. Nothing is stacked in an unstable way. The ritual has also transformed our shopping habits. Before purchasing something new, I ask myself 3 questions. Do I have adequate space for this? Will it replace something I already have? Will I really use it frequently? If the answer is no to any of these questions, the item doesn't come into the house. The refrigerator, once a mystery of forgotten containers and expired foods, Now follows a simple system. Once a week before grocery shopping, I take 5 minutes to check what we really need. We organize the food by expiration date, with the items that expire soonest at the front. We've drastically reduced waste. The kitchen drawers have also undergone the ritual. How many spatulas do we really need? How many can openers? Each utensil has its designated space, making it easier to use and to put away after use. In the kids' bathroom, the 5-minute ritual has created a surprising independence. With everything within their reach and clearly organized, even the little ones can put away their items. The towels have hooks at their height, and the bath products are in simple, easy-to-use dispensers. The home workspace has also benefited tremendously. With organized cables, only the necessary equipment and a minimalist filing system, everything runs smoothly without distractions. A quick 5-minute review at the end of the workday ensures that the following morning starts without the visual burden of clutter. On the bookshelves, the 5-minute ritual made me question, how many of these will I actually reread? How many have genuinely brought me knowledge or lasting joy? Those that passed this test earned a prominent place. The others were donated, passing on the knowledge I had already absorbed to others. With bed and bath linens, the ritual brought about a liberating simplification. We don't need 15 sets of sheets or 20 towels. With a few quality sets, well-maintained and regularly washed, we live with more ease and less laundry work. In the office, the 5-minute ritual eliminated years' worth of piled-up papers. We created a simple system. If it can be digitized, it doesn't need physical space. If it's not legally necessary to keep and hasn't been consulted in over a year, it can probably be discarded. Utility drawers, those that everyone has filled with random items, underwent a radical transformation. They now contain only what is truly useful, organized in a way that allows us to find anything in seconds, not minutes. In outdoor areas like balconies and gardens, the ritual brought the same clarity. Plants that actually thrive in our climate and require care compatible with our routine. Furniture that we genuinely use and appreciate, instead of just filling space. The medicine cabinet, once a nightmare of boxes and leaflets, is now organized by category and expiration date. A monthly 5-minute review ensures it's always up to date and safe. With the tools, the 5-minute ritual revealed how many things we bought on impulse and rarely use. We kept only what is truly necessary, organized in a logical way. The specialized items, used only occasionally, were shared with friends or neighbors. In storage spaces, such as the basement or attic, the ritual uncovered the biggest surprises. Boxes that had been closed for years revealed forgotten treasures and completely unnecessary items. We established a rule. If something has been stored for more than 2 years without being used or appreciated, it's probably not essential to our lives. With the children's toys, the 5-minute ritual created a noticeable change in their behavior. With fewer options, but all significant and organized into clear categories, they play in a more creative and engaging way. And, surprisingly, they learn to put everything away at the end of the day. Cleaning products also went through the ritual. We don't need a specific product for every surface. A few basic items, often natural like vinegar and baking soda, efficiently tackle most tasks with less environmental impact. In the wardrobe, the 5-minute ritual created a system based on actual use, not imagined possibilities. The clothes we truly wear are kept at the forefront and within easy reach. The ones designated for special occasions are organized, but don't take up prime space. On surfaces like tables and countertops, the ritual established a clear rule. By the end of the day, they should be clutter-free. This simple practice drastically changed the feeling of entering each room. Instead of visual reminders of unfinished tasks, we find space to breathe. With sentimental items, the 5-minute ritual brought a healthy balance. Instead of hoarding boxes and boxes of memories, we selected truly significant items to display or store carefully. The others were photographed before moving along. In the car, the ritual transformed what was merely a mobile storage space into a serene environment. A small box contains only the essential items for emergencies. The rest remains tidy, making both daily commutes and long journeys easier. Finances also benefited from the 5-minute ritual. Automated bills, simplified control systems, and cutting out expenses for items that just gathered dust brought a financial clarity that mirrors the clarity of our spaces. In our electronic devices, the ritual revealed just how much time we waste on notifications, rarely used apps, and disorganized files. Regular digital decluttering, Getting rid of the unnecessary and organizing the essential resulted in renewed productivity. The 5-minute ritual also transformed our relationship with time. When spaces are organized and systems are simple, we spend less time searching, tidying up, and reorganizing. That extra time can be devoted to what truly matters. In the pantry, the ritual created a system based on what we actually cook, not on what we imagine we might cook someday. Basic, versatile, and regularly used ingredients took center stage. Those specific to special recipes have their place, but they don't dominate the area. With cosmetics and beauty products, the 5-minute ritual led to a surprising discovery. We regularly use only a fraction of what we've accumulated. By narrowing it down to what is truly effective and suited to our needs, we've created a simpler and more efficient routine. For correspondence and documents, the ritual established a workflow that prevents clutter. Every piece of paper that comes into the house is immediately addressed, action required, filing, or tossing. Nothing is left in undefined piles waiting for a future decision. In seasonal storage, like those that hold Christmas decorations or beach gear, the 5-minute ritual introduced a rule. If it wasn't used in the last season, it's unlikely to be used in the next. This honesty significantly reduced the amount stored. In scheduling and commitments, the ritual applied the same principle of intentional simplicity, regularly evaluating how we spend our time and eliminating what doesn't add real value created space for what truly matters. In relationships, the 5-minute ritual brought awareness to quality versus quantity. Just like with objects, we realized that a few deep and meaningful connections bring more joy than many superficial ones. In daily habits, the ritual established small practices that, when combined, create a more intentional life. Dedicating 5 minutes to organize each space regularly eliminates the need for exhaustive deep cleaning. And most importantly, the 5-minute ritual is not about perfection. It's not about creating magazine-worthy spaces or impressing guests. It's about creating an environment that serves us, that facilitates our daily lives, and that reflects our values and priorities. When I started this journey, I thought I needed more. More organizers, more shelves, more space. What I discovered was just the opposite. I needed less. Fewer objects, less complication, fewer elaborate systems. True transformation happens when we change our relationship with things, when we realize that each object we keep in our home demands something from us: space, attention, upkeep, cleaning. And when we consciously decide which items are worthy of that investment. The 5-minute ritual taught me that organization is not a destination. It's a daily practice. It's not something we do once and is resolved forever. It's like brushing our teeth or taking a shower, a natural and necessary part of everyday life. On days when I'm tired or in a hurry, I still dedicate those 5 minutes. Sometimes for a drawer, sometimes just for the kitchen counter. The important thing is consistency, not quantity. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the clutter at home, don't try to tackle everything at once. Start small. Choose a space that bothers you every day. Spend just 5 minutes, honestly and lovingly evaluating each item. Ask yourself, does this serve me? Does this bring me joy? Does this make my life easier? If the answer is no, mentally thank it and let it go. If it's yes, find a suitable place for it. Somewhere that makes sense, making both using and storing it feel natural and effortless. Day by day, space by space, you'll see the transformation happen. Not just in the physical environments, but in your relationship with consumption, with time, and with your priorities. My home today isn't perfect. We still have messy moments, especially with little kids around. But the difference is that now we know exactly where everything belongs, and the process of reorganizing takes minutes, not hours. The 5-minute ritual has taught me that true organization is not about how things look, but how things flow. It's about creating systems that are so intuitive that everyone in the household can participate effortlessly. If you're ready to start, remember, it's not about having less for the sake of having less. It's about making space for what truly matters. It's about freeing not just your home, but your mind and your time. The 5-minute ritual can start today. Choose a small space, a drawer, a shelf, the bathroom counter. Observe each item mindfully. Make conscious decisions. Create intention where there was once just accumulation. And remember, the journey to a more organized home isn't a straight line. There will be days of progress and days of setbacks. The important thing is to keep coming back to the ritual, continuing to make small conscious choices every day. In the end, It's not about having the perfect home. It's about creating a space that reflects who you are, that supports your goals and values, and that makes your daily life easier instead of complicating it. It's about living with more intention and less distraction. The 5-minute ritual transformed my home, but more importantly, it transformed my relationship with my belongings, with time, and with what truly matters. And I believe it can do the same for you. Share this blessed video so it can touch and help others like you and me. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of our faith community. If you want to support our channel a little more, consider becoming a member. Here are 2 more videos for you to continue your journey. Thank you, and may God bless you all. See you soon.